Hey there. We're back for another stealther. This is the Fellowship of Stealth. Where else would I be? It's going to be a solo trip tonight. And I'm at my local movie theater here. But behind it, there's a nice chunk of city land. Oh, I don't know, 15 acres or so, maybe 20 acres back there. And it's just begging to be stealthed. So let's do it. So the place I wanted to go in, there's a car back there with cones around it and a chair. I am not sure what's going on. Maybe a like local driver's ed type thing. But as such, I had to come to the other side. And there's no cars here right now. There's the theater behind me. And I'm heading back into some thicker stuff. Thicker than I wanted. My original plan was to park in the back corner, walk about 50 feet, go right into the woods. But we're just going to modify that plan a little bit here. I'm glad I have my long pants on. It is about 84 and super humid. It's been cloudy and sunny and cloudy and sunny off and on all day. And it rained a bit. And there's always a chance of rain. And there's a decent chance, 30 to 40% today. Or tonight, I should say. But I think I'll be okay. All right. Well, if you look down at my pants, they got a little wet walking through that thick stuff. But now we're to a different area here. We're gonna go through this and then head over to the hardwoods. This is not any easier than the thick stuff was. It's actually probably a little bit harder because my backpack keeps catching on these. And then every time I hit a branch, it rains down on me a little bit of water. Having that car there was not ideal. Okay. Little mini shower there, walking through all those little trees and bushes. But I'm over to where I think I want to be. But I'm not the first person to be back here. I've seen a lot of junk along the way, including this. On the way out, I might pick a few things up and take them with me. I'm not going to do it right now, though. And I am hot, and I am thirsty. And as soon as I find the spot for my camp, I'm going to have a beer before I set anything up. Got to do it. Down this little hill might be promising. It's not muddy, it's not swampy. There's some trees. The hill creates a little barrier from anyone that might drive behind the theater there. And I think this might be a winner. Let me get down and take a closer look. Oh. Okay, today I've got a limited release Alaskan Island Ale. Ale brewed with tangerine, passion fruit, and guava. It's an Alaskan. Can't go wrong with that choice. That was a little loud. Cheers. Ooh, that's different. It's not too fruity. A little bit of a aftertaste. A little bit, not much. It's real smooth. There's mosquitoes. I'm gonna get my thermosol going here. I'm gonna relax a bit after that, and then I'm gonna find a place to set up. I am a little bit closer to the theater than I wanted to be, but plans changed. I think it'll be just fine. And when I say a little bit closer than I wanted, that's the theater right up there. I'm not quite to the center of it, but I am directly behind it. My plan was to be much further that way, but that car kind of messed that plan up. So here's where we'll call home for the night. This little guy works pretty good. I'm just afraid I didn't bring enough fuel for it to last all night here. I've been using that same canister the last couple trips. Hopefully it lasts. If not, I've got a long sleeve shirt I can put on. It'll be hot, but it would help with the mosquitoes. So I've decided to wait a little bit before setting up. I don't think I have anything to be worried about, but you know, we'll just let it get a little bit darker and I'll set up just to be safe. But I tell you, I am sweating like crazy. It's so humid out. It's just hot and humid. But I'm going to do something here I haven't done before. I don't know, I kind of feel like a tool for doing it. My channel's new. It's inspired by lots of different people. I think I've talked about that before. But what I haven't done yet is asked anyone to subscribe. I just do what I like to do, and I edit, which is kind of fun for me, and post the videos. But this time I'm going to ask if you're watching, if you like stealth camping, if backpacking is a cool thing to you, hit that subscribe button. That's about all I'm going to say today for that. While I'm waiting to set up, I'm going to explore just a little bit here. This property is a nice chunk of land here in a very desirable area. I'm surprised it's not sold and the city owns it. But I wanted to see what was on the other side of the back hill here. I'm pretty sure it's all industrial. I'll have to look at my app that shows me the boundaries and who owns what property. Yeah, I can see there's some kind of building back there. I could have even come back. I still might come up over the next little hill and go down here. I bet there'd be even less of a chance of someone seeing me. But I'm probably fine where I'm at. As I mentioned in the last video, you always kind of think the worst. Once you're out here, every little noise, you think it's a person. Every light, it's someone coming. If you do it right, chances of being caught are very, very low. So we'll see. That's the way behind me there to that industrial area. Now I'm back down in that little glen. It's kind of open over here with the movie theater up behind me. I might go back that way behind me over there and explore a little bit, see if we find something. All right, that's going to be a big negative for going that way because it gets all this vegetation, this ground growth over here, and it's all soaking wet. And I'm already wet, and I don't want to get more wet, so I'm not going to go farther that way. I think it gets like that a bit, and then over the hill a ways, there's more hardwoods and I think less ground vegetation. But I'm not going to go that way. I'm just going to come back to my little glen and drink some more beer and sit by my thermocell and just enjoy being off the concrete, away from the buildings. Ooh, big spider web. Oh. One of these times there's going to be a big spider on one of those big spider webs. But I'm just going to enjoy myself being out here. So I'm hearing lots of thunder. And the sky, which was blue a moment ago, has patches of blue, but lots of gray up there now. So I am going to set the hammock up and get the fly going, just in case it rains. I'll be able to sit underneath it and stay dry. That's the key, stay dry. Okay, camp more or less set up, hammock's up, fly is out, stuff's under the fly. I just didn't take the hammock out of the snake skins or put on my underquilt yet, but those just take seconds to do. Just in case it rains though, I'm covered. And now what I think I'll do is go back and try to find my way out to the outside unseen and take a shot from out there to see what the camp looks like from up on the parking lot. We'll see. Gonna get a little wet again going through some of this vegetation. Oops. Didn't want to make that big a noise. Gotta remember not to step on anything. Okay, a car just went by the back. That's the first one I've heard. But I wanted to show you what I found over here on the ground. This is a Ithaca. I'm not sure what the heck that is, if that was an old camcorder or something, I don't know. There is junk. Unfortunately, everywhere you go, there is junk. Okay, let's get up there. We're almost up. It's a bit of a climb. And we're nearing spider web again. Okay, I'm just about out. I think I'll just stop right about here. So that's the back of the movie theater. That's where I just heard a car go by. And let me turn it around and see what the camp looks like. Okay, there's a shot down into the valley, and I can just barely make out that greenish brown bark colored fly that's over my hammock. But if you weren't looking for it, you'd never see it down there. So stealthy. So I'm not the least bit concerned about anybody seeing me down here, really even hearing me down here. This is very secluded. Down in this valley, hills all around it. Industrial park on the backside, which no one should be at this time of the day anyways. Now the theater, people will be in the theater till late, seeing movies. If there's any good ones out, I don't know. Had I gotten here earlier, I would have tried to go maybe see one. But I think being out here is better than being inside of a theater anyways. The pit of despair. Okay, wow, just the slightest bit of movement and I'm just drenched in sweat again. It's so humid. I think it's time for another beer. Well, no sooner do I get back to my little camp for the night, and it's raining. Now it's just a little bit right now. I just hear a little bit hitting my tarp, but there's still thunder. And there's the potential for a storm with a lot of rain. But I'll stay dry, and I'll still have a blast. I need that beer. Oh. That Carhartt little cooler that I got, it's It's working real good. I can fit 4 beers, something to eat, and a little treat. And more importantly, everything stays ice cold. So cheers again. Oh, that's so good. All right. We'll catch you back in a little bit. Well, I'm assuming you can hear it. It decided to rain pretty heavy. So it's a good thing I did put the rain fly up over the hammock. Last time out, I didn't even use it. It was so nice. And that's how I prefer to spend my nights in the hammock, is without the fly. But due to the fact that there were 30 to 40% chance of showers all day today, and it rained off and on, the fly is utilized. And I'm quite dry under here. So I will just wait and see if this passes over. And maybe just drink another beer. Alright, the rain has intensified with lots of wind. And it's misting on me underneath here. I've got to get this equipment covered. Hopefully it's okay. Well, this monsoon continues. I'm kind of sick of standing. I'd like to sit back down, but when I sit, the rain blows some of that water at an angle, and it kind of mists me, and it was just getting me damp. So I'm still standing, just waiting for this to pass. I checked the radar. There's just small patches of these storms, so it's got to stop sometime. I hope. All right, not a bad dinner. Sandwich was delicious. Beer, always is good. And the rain has stopped. Things are going well. Okay, it's about that time that I need to head inside the hammock and get some sleep, and then pack up and get out of here in the morning. It's going to be an easy exit, just as it was an easy entrance to this spot. It's a nice area. I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't go in where I originally planned, and then I was able to come in where I did, because I found this nice little, I say a glen. It's like a pit or a crater almost, but there's hills all around it, and it's great for concealment. It's great for stealth. And there's no mud, there's no soft ground, everything's hard. It's an excellent area. There's a little bit of light that comes through from the back of the theater, but if anybody was out there at all trying to look in, they wouldn't see anything. Not if they're standing in the light and trying to look into the dark. That is, unless they look at me when I have my light on. But no one's up there, no one's in the back. No other cars have gone by. I did hear one door and then a loud noise. I think one of the workers came out, maybe with some trash or something, threw it in the dumpster, went back in. That's it. This place is great. And now that the rain has stopped, it's even better. So I'm gonna maybe wait a few more minutes, then I'm gonna get in the hammock and get some sleep. Well, as you can see, it is time for bed. The hammock, as always, is comfortable and dry. And this has been not a bad stealther. It rained, and I was under the rain fly for a bit, but not a bad night. And now there's just a slight sound of rain dripping off the leaves and crickets in the background.
perfect noise to fall asleep to. So I am going to say good night, and I will catch you guys in the morning.
Hey, good morning. It's wet everywhere. It did rain on and off all night, and the sound of the rain hitting my rain fly woke me up a few times. But right now it is not raining. I don't think it's supposed to anymore today, according to the weather report. But I have taken the camp down. It's in my pack. Picked up the trash. I just gotta grab my little bag there, and we're gonna head out of here. And I think we're gonna go out a different way than we came in, because if I went back out that way, I would be completely soaked again from the waist down. All that vegetation and brush, it's soaking wet and would get me soaking wet. Hopefully I get less wet going back up this little hill, the same one I went up last night when I wanted to see what the camp looked like from the back of the movie theater. So hopefully it's not too muddy and not too wet that way, but let's get out of here. The mosquitoes are out in force this morning. It's like I was never there. So this was a super easy stealth camp. Parking lot right next to the area. Cars all over the place because it's a movie theater. Just waited till there was no one out there. Ouch, prickers. And then I came right in. And as I thought, there was no trouble at all with lights or people or noises. Only thing I saw, I think, was one car drove around the back of the movie theater. And a couple times I heard what I'm thinking must have been employees coming out the back door and throwing out some trash or something. Heard a big, like, metal slam, which sounded like a dumpster. And this hill is not too muddy. So we're up. And I don't even think we need to be careful. Oh no. There's a rise. Well, I'm up a little bit. There's a retaining wall. It's not too high. I can get through over here. Well, that made it even more secluded there. Oh. Because no one was going to go up a retaining wall to get in. All right. Success. Till the next time. I am the teller of tales. I am the drinker of ales. And I camp in stealth because I like it and it's good for my health. See you guys later.